Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next edition of the Fantasy Zone. I'm Courtney Salmon.
I'm Jason Earnest.
And Kirk Vito, again, couldn't be with us again tonight.
He's dead.
Don't say stuff like that. That's
No,
terrible.
No, he's not. I'm kidding.
He's not dead.
Really
Don't say
dead.
stuff like that.
No.
First off, we're going to talk about a little bit of a recap of last week, where we were wrong, where we were right. Jason's prepared.
I am the scorekeeper. Let's start with, well, he's not here. Let's talk about Kirk. Frankly, he gets the worst scorecard of the day. He was all over luck, who did do well at the end, 231 yards, 2 TDs, and 35 yards rushing. He did throw 3 interceptions. He did tell you Rivers, which was a great choice. Diggs, which we all knew was good. His biggest mistake was he was going to sit Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham had 130 yards and 3 TDs. Bad, bad, bad. He wasn't, yeah.
The top scoring wide receiver last week was Odell Beckham Jr.
Almost every week. He had one down week 2 weeks ago, and you can't be reactionary. You gotta be, don't just knee-jerk reaction to these stats. He did tell you to sit Al Davis for Kansas City. That was a good advice. He told you the Colts were going to win. They are not going to win. They're not going to win this week either.
No, they're not.
Courtney, you had a pretty good week. You were pretty hard on yourself, but overall, you had a very good week. You said start Eli Manning, 6 touchdowns. He was outdone by Drew Brees, but still very impressive, lots of yards. Johnson for Arizona, 109 yards. Kendall Wright was mediocre, to be honest with you. I think you failed on that one.
It was more of a flex spot.
And then you told everybody to sit Cobb and Rogers for Green Bay. Who knew that they'd be held to basically 7 offensive points? They scored 10, but yeah.
Can I just point out where I was also right? I said, I'm really nervous about this game as a Packer fan, and he totally went off about how I'm being modest. No, I was right to be nervous, and the Packers looked terrible.
I'm a third-generation Denver Bronco native, and the Broncos lose. I'm despondent for 4 days. I have a very unhealthy relationship. We'll get there later in the show. I'll crow about my Broncos. You said to play Latavius Murray, 113 yards and a 6-yard reception. Good start. That was wrong for you to tell. You said to sit him, but he had a good game.
Bad idea.
Hill was a good sit, mediocre showing. Flacco, I said play him.
I said sit him.
And I was right.
He was right.
318 yards, rushing TD and a passing TD. Said sit Manning. Mediocre showing. I mean, he had 330 yards, no touchdowns, no rushing yards.
In the average scoring league, he only scored 9 points. He was like the 21st.
Yeah, well, there's a 300-yard bonus, so it'd be anywhere between 9 and 12 points.
It was 9.6 points he scored.
But that's pedestrian, really. I mean, it's not terrible, but you want your quarterback with around 20 points.
It was ranked 21st out of 32.
Yeah, it was
just saying.
Pretty pedestrian. So I'll give you that. And then
my bust.
Your bust was pick up Bolden, which was so bad.
It was a bust. It was a bust. All right, I get you. But how many people are on the waiver wire? Come on.
Now, I told you to play Flacco. I was right. I told you to play Winston for Tampa Bay, 177 yards, 1 TD, 24 yards rushing, another TD. I think I'm right there. I told you to play Hillman, the running back. I think he had 45 or 50 yards, but he had 2 rushing TDs. I was right. Eric Decker, 60 yards, 1 TD. I was right. I said sit Bosley. He had no points. I was right. I said sit Hyde, 0 points.
He was hurt.
I was right. Polk, I was wrong on. He had 8 attempts for 18 yards. Not very good. Graham for Seattle had 75 yards. He had pretty good showing, no touchdowns. I was very wrong. The Dolphins beating the stupid Patriots. It's twice.
This is supposed to be non-biased, Jason.
I've been very bold with picks on Patriots, and I'm trying to, again, give you guys something that people aren't doing, but it's bad advice. I'm not going to touch the New England Patriots in my bold predictions, at least for a week or two. I'm going to put myself on probation. And the Bengals Steelers, I said it's going to be a tight game, very low scoring. I said 12 to 8 points, or just a track meet, one or the other. It was a very tight scoring game. So finally, some good advice. A couple of misses, but overall, pretty good for everybody here. So
yeah, no, I mean, except for Kirk, but he's not here anyway, so we can talk all the trash we want.
He can't defend himself, and nobody here will.
All right, so for our first segment, we're going to do start 'em, sit 'em, like usual. We'll do the start them first. Who do you have for quarterback?
Again, I'm trying to give you something you would do not normally. I mean, everybody's going to start a Rodgers despite his bad week, or a Tom Brady. I was looking at it, and I really like Jay Cutler. All right, it's Monday Night Football. He's playing for the Bears. Chargers are not a good team. Phil Rivers can score. There's no defense. I mean, so it's going to be an offensive shootout. It should be on your waiver wire. It's unconventional, so I'm going to say Jay Cutler for the Bears.
I have Tyrod Taylor against the Dolphins. I think that's going to be a good start for this week.
I disagree, but I could go either way on that. So it's bold. It's bold.
I'm going. I'm taking a line out of Jason Earnest and going bold here. For running back, I'm also following Jason Earnest and saying Ronnie Hillman. I picked him up off my waiver this week.
Yeah.
I totally picked him up on the waiver this week, and so that was a good pickup for me.
Well, I think we got to take a break, but I'll give you mine when we come back. Is that okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Fair enough.